Winter Weather Trademarks. When we wrote the newsletter, everyone was getting ready for the winter storm that was coming to our area. They were buying milk and eggs and bread and all the kind of things you do when you get ready for the storm. Now, we did get quite a bit of a wintry mix, and you can see that I'm in sort of my snow day sweater as opposed to wearing my coat and tie. And our law clerk certainly likes it. We're hoping the power stays on, but it all made us think about winter weather trademarks related to winter weather. As it turns out, there are several trademark registrations for the term snow day. We found registered versions of this mark for a variety of products, some that are like a snow day and some that aren't really. There are teas and cocoa and candles, registration for Snow Day for those products, owned by David's Tea in Canada. It also sells a Snowball Fight tea. We saw a registration for Snow Day for fleece jackets, owned by a Chinese company. We also saw a Snow Day registration for video games, slot machines, and bingo machines, which is owned by King Show Games. And then we found a Snow Day registration for live plants, which was owned by a Michigan nursery. We also saw a registration for Schneetag, hope we're saying that the right way, Schneetag, which apparently means snow day in German. It's owned by Aspen Skiing Company and refers to the closing day festival at Snowmass. You've probably seen videos like this, but essentially people build and send crafts down the slopes in teams of 4 and then try to float them across a pond. The Snowmass site says it translates to daredevils willing to propel themselves down a hill, over a jump and across a pond on a craft they built themselves. There are also many snow-themed beer trademarks, which I guess is not all that surprising, including Snow Day and another mark, Accumulation, both owned by New Belgium, those are the people who brought you Fat Tire, and Snowed In, which is owned by Sierra Nevada. Another company tried to register the mark Wintry Mix, but it was blocked based on someone else's registration for Wintry Fix. And remember, that's a good reminder that marks don't have to be identical to create a conflict or potential confusion. We were a little puzzled by one beer trademark we saw, Yellow Snow, owned by Oregon Brewing Company. That's the same group that brought you the Rogue brand of beers like Rogue Dead Guy. The company declared bankruptcy just a couple of months ago, so you might want to watch whose Yellow Snow you're drinking this year. Of course, you should probably watch that any year. One article we read about the bankruptcy said that the beer company was in liquidation, but we can do better than those kind of jokes. As winter comes around, loyal readers of our newsletter will recall that we do have a certain fondness for clever snowplow names. Even if they may not be trademarks, they could be, because after all, trademarks are often about combining clever terms into a suggestive trademark, as we sometimes say. Some cities even have websites and contests about the names of snowplows. Manhattan, Kansas has a website with snowplow names like Better Call Salt, one of our favorite shows, at least a reference to it, Control Salt Delete, the Snowtorious B.I.G., and in a name that must have been submitted by a middle school, I've plowed 6 or 7 streets already. The Minnesota Department of Transportation has an annual snowplow naming contest with winning names like I Came, I Thaw, I Conquered, Taylor Drift, Clark W. Blizzwald, You're a Blizzard, Harry, Cleopatra, and Scoop, There It Is. We hope those in the path of the storm fare well, keep your power and heat on, and stay safe. In the meantime, we also hope you enjoy winter weather trademarks. If you like this kind of stuff or just want to see our dog pictures and trivia questions, sign up for our newsletter in the link in the description, and like and subscribe to this channel.